TC, what's
Yo, what
happening?
up?
What's happening?
You hear Mamba?
Yeah,
What?
that's nephew saying
Stop. Come here, come here. We got Mamba out here in Spain,
Mamba.
looking
How-
home.
You
Huh?
enjoying it?
Huh?
You enjoying it?
Yeah, man.
Of course. So tell everybody what's happening. Give us an update. What's going on?
Oh man, I've been loving it out here. It's a really nice city here in Malaga. It kind of give me like Blacksburg vibes. You know, it got mountains, but then it got like Florida palm trees. So, and then the beach is also right across the street. So it's kind of it got a different vibe, but I like it. I like it. The weather's great. Like today's probably like 76, so hot but not too hot. Like that's
Yeah.
really how I like it.
So is it gonna get cold at all or
Well, the mornings is like 50.
okay?
So, but
So
it only rains like 13 times a year out here. So,
oh wow,
really weather. Yeah.
that got you written all over it.
Yes, sir.
So
Got
what's the city like? Like what's the culture? What are the vibes there?
the city, so I'm learning that it's a time of day where from like 2 p.m. to like 4:35, nobody's like out. None of the shops are open, none of the food is open because they take quality time and like to spend with their families. So like you can't go get anything to eat just in that time slot. That's the time of the day where kids get out of school, like all the parents they go pick them up and then they just spend like 2 hours of just quality time. And then after that, everything's open from like 5:30 to like 12. But I
Oh
think it's kind of cool. Like they take time off,
yeah,
see their families and things like that. But yeah.
that's cool. So like what's the time difference exactly?
So I'm 6 hours ahead. So I'll be in Friday while you still in Thursday. That's
Oh,
crazy.
so are you getting used to that? Like trying to figure out when to talk to your parents and stuff and people back
Yeah.
home?
At about 6 o'clock in the morning every day. She's just waking up to go to the gym, and then it's like noon here. So most of the time I talk to my mom while I'm in treatment, but the sleep, I haven't really been sleeping really well, like,
Yeah.
cause it'll be 6 p.m., where we are in the States, and then it's like 12 a.m. here. So my sleep pattern been a little off, but I just gotta get self-disciplined, just make myself go to sleep.
Right, right, right. Yeah, you got a big game coming up on Saturday, huh?
Yeah, man. So how they doing it out here is basically, COVID's still out here. Everybody wears masks. Like if you get caught in the street without a mask, it's an automatically €600 fine.
Oh
Like
wow.
these, like they'll take you and you gotta pay $600 in euros. So everybody is like mask crazy out here,
Yeah.
but they're gonna make us take the COVID test tomorrow after practice, and then the team we play, they're also going to take it. So if everybody is negative by Sunday, like if they're good, we're good, then we'll play. But
Okay.
you have to take the COVID test like 3 days before you play. So I think it's safe protocol.
Yeah. So somebody tests positive, then y'all can't play at all? Or
Play, won't play against them now.
yeesh.
Yeah, yeah, they risk it for the whole team.
Yeah. That's
How's
what's
it out there, though?
huh?
How's it been in Blacksburg though?
It's been really, really good. It's been good. We've been working out a lot, team workouts with coach. Coach has been putting some stuff in for us. But all the way around, I think we're gonna have the right pieces in the right places. And I think that we're gonna be able to. I think we're gonna be able to do some really good things this season. I don't want to
Have,
give too much away, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, have y'all started offense or we just doing a lot of drills? What is it looking like?
at first we were doing a lot of drills, like shell play, stuff like that. But now we're starting to put in offenses, and coaches starting to feel everything out. We starting to get a little bit of a rotation because practice starts on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
we starting to really get going. Because the season is really not that far away, honestly.
Cool.
So yeah, it's we're starting to be able to put things in and play with each other and understand each other's rhythm a little bit better. You can
Yep.
see the progression from when we first started a couple weeks ago to now.
Yeah. I, last year we had our first practice around like October 2nd. So it's crazy to think, everything has been going on. It's not that far off though. Like we figured out how to, well, the NCAA, ACC, they figured out how to get everything back on track. Kind of. I mean, it's only like a week difference.
And coach is still saying we should be able to play at least 25 games. So that's not terrible. So
Yeah. All conference games.
I think so. I think. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think so. I think we might be able to do a little bit of non-conference. But the
Is it
schedule,
going
oh
to
yeah.
bubble?
No, they said no bubble. They thought about it though.
That would been fire.
I know. I think coach was talking about how they might have done it at Duke, NC State, North Carolina, like everybody in that same area.
No.
uh,
uh, no. What's the food been like on campus though, man? I miss it out there. I miss Elrod's. I miss Insomnia. I heard they took away IHOP. Like, what's up with that?
IHOP is gone. It's just sitting there, closed.
What?
It's gone.
Oh my
What
God.
happened? The food has been good, actually.
Are we
Um,
one in college and food? Virginia Tech was number one. That played a part in my decision.
well,
Country.
you can't get a meal plan if you live off campus.
Oh,
So I've only been to Chick-fil-A one time. Everything is spread out. Like they got tables and chairs and like conference rooms. Everything is like spread out. They moved a bunch of stuff. So obviously for social distancing and because of COVID, but everything is different on campus for real. So yeah, it's been different, but
yeah.
I'm getting used
No, I say you'll adjust. I mean, it's nothing new to you. Just like you about to come into a big leadership role now. I mean, you was a leader last year helping me, but I mean, senior year, I mean that's big time. You only get that one time.
to know.
All is that what happened to me last year don't happen to you as far as your season stopping. I don't wish that pain on nobody. So I
Yeah,
really hope you do get a chance to lead this team this year and go all the way.
thank you. Yeah, it's been thinking about that, man. I know it was hard for you, Lydia and Kendall. Like that was crazy. Actually, talk about that a little bit. Like the season that we had, especially coming off our big Europe trip, like that put us in a totally different headspace from jump. So then when practice started, we were already that much closer. So the season ended the way it did. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that you don't think will happen. Being a senior, you get to senior year, it's just a feeling. Like I really can't. It's gonna be a feeling that you're not gonna be able to explain to a younger classman. Like
Right,
me telling this story last year, like you understand, but it's just a feeling that you only feel, when you're a senior. And for
right.
someone to say like, oh, you're not gonna be able to play an NCAA tournament, and this is your last game, like it's a lot of things that you just like, wow. Like it's kind of like just one of those feelings that you don't want to have. But that's why every time I connect with you guys or anytime I step on the court, I always try to play like it is my last. So when I got that phone call from coach saying, hey, they canceled the season, I didn't have many regrets. I gave you guys my all off the court and on the court.
Yeah,
So that's the advice I would give you. Just make sure, you never know what happened. Just make sure that you always give, anybody you come across, just give them your heart and just make sure that every time you're on the court, you just give your all. So, I mean, when something like that happened, it sucks, but you don't have any regrets.
right. And exactly what you said, like that's just how you play. Like that's the energy you bring to everybody. And you really just change the dynamic of our program. Like there's point guards looking at us now that probably would have never thought about even looking at us, but it's because of the fact that you came and changed the program immediately. Like I don't know if it's just how you are as a person or how you play or a mixture of a bunch of different things, but like your presence on the court and in the locker room is just is undeniable. And I just really appreciate you believing in us enough to spend your last year in Blacksburg with us. Like it was amazing. I learned a lot from you. And whatever you need for whatever, I got you for life.
Always, bro.
Yeah,
How's Georgia doing though? Like, she was a young one. We were leading her. We were showing her the ropes. Her
yep.
being from Australia, she got a chance to watch me at that point guard spot. How's she looking? She ready to lead?
She's ready. Like looking at her and while we're playing, like, she doesn't play like a freshman. Like
Yeah.
has like your ability to just understand what coach needs at that certain time without him having to say anything. And that was one of the things that I was worried about. Well, not worried about, but like after you left, I was like, who's gonna be able to take over that role? And Georgia is filling in perfectly, seamlessly, actually, and she just understands what coach needs at that time. And of course, she still has a lot to learn, but it
Right,
doesn't
right.
like it at certain times on the floor. Like the way she moves, the way she just plays, she doesn't think about it. It's just a natural thing for her. So I think she's gonna wear number 5 real well.
That's good though, man. See, like with Coach Brooks, if you know it up here, like you're gonna be fine. Like,
I think somebody calling you again. Wait, say that last part.
man, I said with Coach Brooks, I mean, as long as you know what he's looking for, especially at the point guard spot, like the rest will come later. I mean, long
Mm-hmm.
he knows the offense in and out. She watched last year, so now it's all about just believing in herself and putting it in motion. But I know
Right.
she'll do it. And
Yeah.
then the recruiting class, he's getting. I mean, just looking at this year, you know how many transfers we got, how many people want to come to Virginia Tech now from
Right.
1 year of us just putting everything together. Like that's
Right.
amazing.
That really is like I feel like now we're in discussion with you know the Louisvilles and the Dukes and as long that was my goal coming here. Like when
Mm.
he sat me down and was like, it's gonna take a minute, but once I get all my pieces in here,
Uh,
and now to see that happening now, I mean it's crazy. Like we just getting a whole lot of traction. I just can't wait until years
yeah,
later down the line when we're always in the tournament and stuff like that, and we winning ACC championships year after year. So
it's it's coming. I mean, we
yeah,
definitely we definitely laid the foundation. I know my goal when I got here, I was told that Virginia Tech only won 4 conference games, the year before I came. So I was like, man, when I get there, I want to be a part of helping us win way more.
mm-hmm.
I mean, what did we finish our season? 21-9, I think. 21-9, I
That's
think.
all right.
Way more than 4 conference games though.
Right. Right. We wanted way more than that. The mentality changed.
Facts.
Tell the people your relationship with Coach. Talk about that.
Me and Coach Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, he's like a dad to me. And I mean, I know I hear a lot of people say that about their coaches, or she's like a mom to me. But no, really, like I've known him since I was about 12, 13 years old. So we go way back. I used to go to his camps at JMU. And I think it's kind of cool the fact that he's a point guard too. Like a lot of people commit places and their position, their head coach might be a post coach and they're a guard. So automatically the coach's focus is going to be on the post, for example.
Right.
But having a point guard as a head coach, you already have the mindset of wanting to make everybody around you better. So I knew that we were going to click from the beginning because he was a point guard in college and he had the same mindset as me as I want to make everybody on this court better. I want to see you got to get down, buddy. Okay? Yeah, so I mean, we just had that connection from day one, and I can truly say that everything that he promised me during the recruiting process, everything we discussed, we did it, and I've never had that happen in my life before. And from a college standpoint, and that's nothing against the other schools that I went to. I enjoy my time there, but for a coach to say, "Hey, this is what I envision. This is what I want for you." And let's do it, and then for you to be able to do it, like that's something that now pass to kids who come to me and ask, hey, should I go to Virginia Tech and why? Like those are the things that I tell them. And I was talking to a kid about your process too. Like I mean, just being honest, Shep, you wasn't that good when you first got there. Now, you developed tremendously, dog. Like, and that's what people want to see. That's what parents want to see. Like me, I wasn't the point guard that I am now from June 2019 when I got to Virginia Tech. Like, we developed big time, and I
Mhm.
think that that's what it's all about.
Right.
So for kids that go to Virginia Tech, like that's the main thing I tell them. Like, you're gonna develop. So I
Right.
say you can look at Shep and see like I mean, first team All ACC, that's big time.
Thank you.
Big,
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, honestly, we both have had our process, like the fact that you were McDonald's All American, Jordan Brand Classic MVP, you know, you were one of those just like you were just different. And then your first year, you went to Louisville, didn't work out. Then you went to Georgia, it didn't work out. But that's still a process within itself. And the fact
yeah,
that you overcame those obstacles and those barriers, and you still were one of the best point guards in the nation, like even though you went to different places or whatever the case may be, like it's okay. Sometimes you don't get it right the first time, sometimes you don't get it right the second time, but you never gave up. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with me, like just understanding that sometimes you just got to trust the process. Like sometimes you got to go through difficult things, but once you get through it, it just makes you feel so good. Like the fact that I'm in the same place I was
yeah,
a couple of years ago. Like I made my decision, I stayed in it, and I'm not saying anything about it was easy. Of course not. If it
yeah,
was, everybody would do it. But it's just the fact that I'm seeing what I thought never could happen a couple of years ago, and
yeah,
happening. And it just feels good to be a part of this program. Like it's really really a family environment. And I know people say that, but we're not saying that just to say that. Like I don't just call anybody family. And I feel
yeah.
the thing with you, like it's just different. I don't know how to explain it, but once you step on campus, it's just different.
I mean, you know how close me and you are with our families. You see, everybody see our families at almost every game.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't just call everybody family, like you said, but this a close knit family. I feel like kids that commit and kids that's thinking about committing, their journey is gonna be different.
Right.
Just like me, I played at three schools. You stayed at Virginia Tech the whole time. Somebody else's journey might be different, but I just want them to feel what we felt, the connection we felt, and for them to be able to have this conversation with their family or their underclassmen one day.
Right. And that's another thing. Like just because of the name of the school doesn't mean it's gonna be the place for you. And I feel like people assume like, oh, this team isn't winning that many games compared to this.
Right.
But are you gonna sit? Are you gonna be developed? Is the coach gonna walk downstairs and ask you how you doing, or are they just gonna tell you to get on the line and run? You know what I'm saying? Have that relationship with Coach G. We got that relationship with everybody upstairs, Tim, like everybody. So I just feel like everybody's journey is different, but you're not gonna get the family atmosphere, the home away from home at a place anywhere else in the ACC except Virginia Tech. And that's just me being honest. Probably biased too, but that's just me being
Yeah.
honest.
No, but you being at Tech for 4 years now, talk to me about. Let them know about the facilities. Let them know about our donors. Let them know about Castle. Just give them that feel of what you felt since day one about all that.
Since stepping on campus, like I just felt like it was a different kind of atmosphere. And what I mean by that is it doesn't look like any other campus. Like when you describe
Real,
Virginia, like you see
real.
the Hokie stone, you see the tradition in every single building. Now all the buildings do look the same, so it's gonna be confusing at first. But um it's just a different type of atmosphere. And then when
Yeah.
you step in Lane Stadium, like you just get chills, goosebumps. And then like you see different pictures and footage of or videos of games that have taken place in the way Hokie Nation comes out for the football games or the basketball games. And it's the same across each sport. Like we've been to the soccer games, tennis match,
Yeah.
like every
Real.
bleeds maroon and orange. And being here for 4 years now, I've seen our fan base grow. And
Mm-hmm.
the game that always gives me goosebumps is when we played UVA at Tech and when we played Georgia Tech at Tech. And when
Yeah.
I do, it almost felt like we were playing or watching a men's game. That felt like the
Yeah.
seat filled. We had a student section, and I don't really know many women's teams that can say they have a lot of fans in the seats and
Right.
actually supporting them. Like we don't have to
Mm-hmm.
bribe them. We don't have to give them food. We don't have to like they genuinely support us. So I feel like on top of that, and the support that our donors give to us, um, it's just unmatched. Like we had our ice cream social virtually the other day.
For real.
Yeah. So
Virtually.
I know. um,
How was that?
even then, like we still had at least 100 participants. So like,
Dang.
how many people would want to? Like, we didn't get to talk or anything, but just the fact that our
Right,
donors
right.
see us, just be around us for a little bit for that hour, like you can just tell
On
that on
on the internet. That's
right.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like they just love us so much, and we love them back. That they just give us different vibes, and our fan base is just unmatched. Honestly, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think I got chills when I went to my first football game at Virginia Tech. And just to know that our football games literally register as an earthquake sometimes. Like that's how lit it be at the football
Yeah.
games. Like, man, and then to hit a song, you hear Sandman come on, you see everybody in the stands. Like, you don't get that everywhere. I went to Georgia. Georgia football was big like that,
Hmm.
but I think Tech got the hardest intro, and crazy fans. Georgia, they was like, they'll clap, they'll scream, but our fans are crazy, and they're just diehard Tech fans, man.
Right. Yeah. The bloodline runs deep. Like I'm proud of the fact that I got my undergrad here. Like that, it's just the connection that you have from Virginia Tech, just period, as a student and a student athlete, you just
Yeah.
take care of for life, honestly. So it's just been a blessing to be here, honestly, and I'm just proud. I'm just proud.
Yeah, especially like you said, the connections. Like, you go anywhere and somebody see you with a Virginia Tech shirt on, they're like, "Go Hokies!" Like, we get that so much when we're out, and then like the connections. Us getting our masters. Raina, Elise, like they help us connect a lot. Like, I've been on a lot of Zoom calls this summer, just talking to people who work at Nike in the product field, vice president of Under Armour, just different people like in the field that I want to
Yeah,
work in, like, and that's all from just sitting down and talking to Raina, talking to Elise, talking to all those people that came in and helped us. So like they definitely provide that too.
that's facts. And another thing that's hard to come by is your professors genuinely care about you. Like,
Yeah, yeah. About that. Well, I didn't have in class classes, so
yeah, but like, I graduated from the comm department. So a
mhm.
lot of my professors I would see throughout my years from freshman year to now. I can't even tell you the amount of emails I got after we would win a big game or
Mhm.
after I won first team all ACC. I got
Mhm.
emails from professors like, "Wow, we're so proud of you. We're coming to the game." Like you just don't get that everywhere.
I can definitely say you don't get that anywhere. You got professors who they get mad when you miss games and you travel to go to your games. It's not our fault that we got to miss the game.
Right.
Oh, so that's love. That's love.
Yeah. And then sometimes you got lecture classes that got 200 people in it. But those professors care enough to know who you are. They want to help you. You miss an assignment or something because of a game. They're like, "Oh, come to my office hours. Come talk to me about it." You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
just you don't get that everywhere. And um Virginia Tech, just the degree that you get, and then on the athletic side of things, like you're almost treated as if you're a professional athlete, from the way we get paid to the amount of clothes that we get, where we
Most
go.
most gear. I'm gonna let y'all know that I got the most gear at Virginia Tech. I have like maybe like 4 or 5 pairs of Kobe's. Like you should, well, Shep, you should show them your locker one day. Anybody want to see how much gear we get, how much gear we get over the years? Shep folds all her clothes all the way to the top, separate them, tank tops, socks, compression. I mean, you're gonna be geared out.
You
But
got,
I mean, that's it's Tech.
and that's, I mean, and that's coach for you. Like you don't even know. We haven't even gotten all of our gear yet because of
I
COVID.
heard Nike kind of behind, right?
All these boxes and stuff in his office, like they've been giving stuff out little by little, but
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten to see the gear that we are going to get, and I know it's gonna be crazy.
Dang. You already know. I mean, every year it's something. What did y'all do for? I seen something on the Hokies women's basketball page about the intro video y'all doing. Is it gonna be fire?
Oh yeah, we did it.
Don't tell them. Just don't.
Yeah, you're right. You can't give him the sauce. Can't give him the sauce.
I,
I would say
I was,
we were outside though. I would just say we was outside. They
what sweat y'all have on? It's new.
so you remember the gray one that we got last year?
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing, but the hoodie is different.
Okay.
Like it has our location on the side of it. Like
Yeah.
it looks tough. It looks tough. I know
Yeah.
you wear that sweatsuit too.
Yeah. I was like, man, that intro gonna be fire. When I seen it, I was like, what are they doing outside?
You went
Dang.
back for a little bit to be in the intro video.
Yeah. But
Um,
no, you talk about Coach G, man. Like that's another thing. Like I think being at Virginia Tech, I can talk about the other two schools I've been to. I've been my strongest at Virginia Tech. I've been my healthiest at Virginia Tech. And like I said, that's nothing against other schools. It's just I have the leverage of giving student athletes a perspective from my experience. And that's just the honesty behind it. I think, the training staff that we have, Coach G, I think they really come together with the coaches good. And you got some programs that the strength coach and the trainer, they really don't have that relationship. And they don't that's where the disconnect happen, that's where injuries happen. Um, so I just think that their connection really helped us out big time and helped us be able to perform how we did all last year.
right. And on top of that, like the treatment that we get is just from the weight room to the court to the training room. I think everybody moves as one. So you're not
Yeah.
going to do anything that's going to put you in jeopardy to hurt yourself. And
Right,
then
right.
Coach Brooks does an amazing job of understanding the dynamic of the team because he understands us. So like if he
Yeah,
gets dragged a little bit, he's like, all right, we got to take it easy. Or if he knows that we got to push a little harder, he'll push us.
right.
Um, and I think that's the difference of us winning games and losing games. I just think coach is a mastermind anyway. At the end of the day, like what's crazy to me is coach could work out the guards. Like say he have a workout with you.
Yeah.
Liz will be on the other end. He just finished showing you a move that only a guard can do, and he'll go and then show Liz a post move.
Fair do it. Yeah, that's real talk.
Bro,
Yeah.
like what other coach can do that? And then what other coach is down there to work out each of his players? You know how
Yeah.
some just throw a manager out there or an assistant coach. Coach is down there pushing us to be the best that we can be. Talk about that. Like, did you have that with your other?
No, like I never worked out with my head coach as much as I have with Coach Brooks. Like one-on-one workouts. Like I don't think a lot of people have, like a lot of head coaches, I guess they don't have time to do that. I don't know. But I've never worked out one-on-one with my head coach as much as I did with Coach Brooks. But I mean, we do play a role in that. Like me and you will go up to the office, we'll speak, we'll say, it's a two-way street. I think that's something that student athletes got to know too. Like you can't expect your coaches to just keep coming down, checking on you or texting you,
Right.
it's a street. So, but Coach G, man, I think that really played a part in us and our success this year. Like just the fact that he never made us, to me, I felt like he never made us do nothing that we couldn't do. You
Right.
know, got a lot of strength coaches, they be so amped up and they watch a bunch of stuff on YouTube and they want to try it with the team and they want to push you to this limit. But, sometimes like we just can't do that.
Right.
And he like he didn't never. I can say he never made us do anything that was too far to reach. You know, he pushed us. You know, we ran the mile over and over and over and over again. Or, you know, we squatted over and over and over again. But the fact that, you know, he pushed us, but he never made us do anything that we felt like, you know, could hurt us or that we couldn't do. So I think that that's big time.
I can agree with that. Like since I've been here, he's always just about pushing yourself and understanding that you can do it. Like the mind is way stronger than the body. So
That's
he's
his
always
quote. That's right there. That's it.
right. That's it. Like he's just always talking about just being able to push yourself and do what you got to do at the end of the day. And if something's bothering you or if you feel like you need help in other areas, he'll help you jump higher, he'll help you be
Yeah.
faster, stronger. Like I don't know, man. Just the staff that we have and that coach put together since I've been here it's just been amazing. So, and you've been
Yeah.
able to see it. You haven't met our new assistant coaches though, but they all good.
Yeah, I haven't hung out with them yet or seen them in action, but I've talked to them. But I heard they're pretty dope.
Yeah, they're gonna be good for us for
Yeah.
real.
That's another thing though. Our assistant coaches, man, like they're. I mean, they want if we want to get better, they're willing to help us. You know, like they check on us, they text us anytime you want to work out, they're there. And I think that's big time too, because those people they have families.
Right.
You know, they got kids and they got other things that they could be doing, but they really dedicate their time to making us better. So, I mean, you know, that they work you out, you know, after practice, before practice, whenever.
And they're always willing to watch film. Like if you don't understand something, they're always breaking down film, always watching film. Like when we go to the offices, everybody's computers is out just watching film. And
Yeah,
even if it's not on us, they're watching other teams. Coach is always watching something new
mm,
put in for us, and he's always tailoring something to somebody's game on the team. So if somebody's not having a good game, somebody else is going to have a good game because
mm,
coach is always making sure like it's next man up mentality. Like we're still a team, yes, but coach is always putting everybody in the best positions to be able to do what they do best.
yeah.
And
That point guard mentality, man, I'm telling you. I think it's pretty cool that, you know, for him to be a player and then be a coach, I think those are some of the best coaches.
right, right.
Yeah.
I was just telling I don't know who I was telling the other day. I think Michaela. She was
Mhm.
talking about senior night, and of course nobody knows what that's going to look like, but
Yeah.
if we have opportunity to have a senior night like we did last year, I was saying my speech probably gonna be like 5-10 minutes talking about all the stuff I've been through here. Like I don't even
Yeah.
hard to even put it in words, but I mean you know how it is. You just you know
Yeah.
you.
I mean, that's something I feel like you should just speak from your heart for. I mean, like who else you got? You, um, singer wise,
AJ,
like a Alex. Well, AJ might have another year, like a legit senior. Just
I,
you.
yeah, I think it's just me. A legit
So
senior.
what? As
Yeah,
long as it would need to be then.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
yeah.
speak from.
I know. I gotta just speak from my heart and just talk about
Uh,
it. It's just so many relationships, so many trials, so many
yeah.
success.
Try not to forget nobody. Just write everybody's name down. Just hit
Oh,
them.
um,
uh,
we probably could
have
answer
you
some questions.
you know the event where they like auction off? Are y'all doing that this year? Like with the donors?
Oh, I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like if we do it in the same spot, we could spread everybody out, do something like
Yeah.
that. Everybody wear masks.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's they probably working on that right now, honestly. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, because the donors they put that together, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the donors, Abby, Tim.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
How's Tim been doing though, man? Tim is the man. Tim handles everything. Abby, I mean
yep,
them two together is really what keep us going, man.
real. Tim has actually been practicing with us a little bit. He been getting up.
He'll come right in off the sideline and hit a three, kill a whole vibe.
Yep. um, I think starting Wednesday we can have our practice guys back.
Yeah, some of them been telling me that. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that everything goes well with that because they got to get their own testing and stuff like that. But our practice guys, they're down to do whatever.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yeah. And I think that they've been meeting up, playing, like getting back in shape, playing with like Tim and Boy Kendall and playing pickup and stuff. So um,
Okay.
I'm hoping that everything goes well with that because they make us 10 times better. They just
And that's another thing that I can speak on. Like other places that I've been, you'll have days where one practice guy come to practice. Like at Tech, man, like they just want to be there. Like we sometimes we'll have like a whole squad on the practice team. Like it'll be 9 of them over there, and I'm like, dang,
I know,
like y'all really came together.
and
Like
and they'll come
yeah, they really did us.
for real, and they'll stay as long as they can, and they're like, man, I got class, I gotta go. Like they just with us, so that's exciting. Um,
Man.
I've
We
just
we have like we'll have practice guys that's like 5'6", and then we'll have somebody like 7 feet. Like so, anybody we play against, we gonna be prepared because we done faced everything in practice.
right, and they're so quick. Like our practice guys, man, they just different.
Yeah, for real, for
Um,
real. Another group of guys come in. I know some of them guys they're about to graduate with you, right?
I think so, but then we got some of them. Some of them dudes,
They
like
were
I thought
Pat,
juniors, but they were like freshmen.
like Pat, Jack. What
Yeah,
about Tuco?
I haven't seen Too Tall. I don't know if he's coming back.
You know where he is though?
I thought he
Well,
was
yeah.
a sophomore.
Oh, they young. They're
Yeah,
young.
some of them.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Um. So you still keep in
What?
contact sometimes?
What'd you say?
I say you still keep in contact with Lydia sometimes. I talked to her the other
Oh
day.
yeah, yeah. She's out there. She liking it. At first, she sent me a few pictures. I was like, man, this look just like Italy. So I know she like in a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. Her and her grandma needs. I didn't know she was gonna be able to to keep playing, but
Yeah. Well, she just like she's a very like open person and want to see the world and want to do new things and want to go somewhere where she can help somebody. So for her to travel and play basketball and be able to see all parts of the world, like that's right up her alley. That's exactly what she want to do. So I'm super excited for her.
yeah, I'm excited for all of y'all. Y'all,
Got Coach Kendall.
yeah, I know, Coach Kendall, right?
Ooh, she got her desk and everything.
I know she hasn't been like downstairs with us yet. But I know she's like allowed to help work us out and stuff like that. And I think
Yeah.
she's still getting acclimated to like not being with us and like hooping with us. But I'm excited for her and what she's gonna be able to bring to the table because she's gonna bring a different dynamic anyway.
Yeah, man, she got all different points of view. That's what I'm saying. Like, she got the point of view from someone who had much success as a freshman. She got a point of view from someone who was injured.
Hmm.
Point of view from somebody who knows the coach really well. Point of view from watching on the bench. And now she's a coach. Like, I mean, I got to talk to her about it. She don't know, like, how big her purpose is going to be
Right.
this year.
Yeah.
Man.
Especially just bringing the new ones up and the younger ones. I think that they'll really be able to gel with her. And of course, like once we get our schedule and we start traveling, we just become way, way, way closer with that too. So, um, I'm just excited to see what the season will bring. And we get 2 extra ACC games this year.
What?
20 of them.
Dang. Let's see if we got any questions. You see any questions from these people?
Yeah. Somebody said, how do the practice guys help?
Yeah. We touched on that already.
Yeah. And then somebody else said, same thing, same person. Any advice for future VT student athletes that are hoping to get on the WBB team?
You got it, senior. You got it.
The advice I would give you honestly is get in shape. Whatever way, shape, or form you can, just get in shape, because with our offense and our system, we play fast and we want to get the ball out. We want to go. So the best advice I could give you is to get in shape, and then everything else will fall right into line, into place. I don't know if you got anything else for that one, TC.
Can you tell us about the hardest workout? Running the mile, weights, or drill? Well, we run the mile for more like mental toughness. We don't run the mile because like that's built in our workouts or anything like that. I feel like the mile is just something that all athletes don't want to do. But if you're able to push through it and get a time that Coach G might give you, that just shows that you're mentally tough and you can come in and do something that you don't want to do.
Right. Um, I would say I can't find the question, but I would say um, the same thing with 4 quarters when we run it. It's more of a game style conditioning drill, but you just have to push through a couple of different scenarios. And if you do what you're supposed to do, you'll get a break or a timeout as if you were in a game. Um,
Game, yeah, yeah. All of our conditioning is basketball like, and that's what I love the most about it. We didn't just do a lot of stuff that you're never going to do in basketball. Like all our running was either sideline to sideline, whether that's laterally or vertically, just all basketball like, and we never just go 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 go. Like we'll
right.
stop just like that with the quarters. Like we'll run, and then it'll be like a media timeout or a 30-second timeout, and then we'll run again. So like all basketball related. That's what I think was the coolest about how they do conditioning, and it made things fun. And it's always something competitive. Like it's always this team, that team, and we're trying to compete against each other during this drill. So that's something that's pretty dope too.
And it also just it gives us that advantage from the beginning of the season, and then puts us right where we need to be when we start playing in February and March. Because we just have that edge from doing those type of drills, and just we're always more in shape than the other team, always.
Yeah, for real. Um,
One for you, Taj.
where? What did it say?
For Taja, you played in two of the biggest conferences. What were the biggest differences? That's a great question.
Well, the SEC was more of a post player game and more of a defensive minded conference. While the ACC is more of a fast pace, we're going to run you and run you and run you in a scoring mentality league. So I would say that's the most difference between both of those leagues. I mean, you look in the SEC and everybody's huge, and then you look at the ACC and everybody's quick, fast, very mobile. Everybody can score. So it's really hard to, say, hey, we can't guard that person, or let's just stay in here on this person because everybody can score. Everybody, can create for themselves and their teammates. But I enjoy playing in SEC. It really helped my defense. When I was at Georgia, we pride ourselves on defense and pride ourselves to holding the team that we play to their lowest scoring percentage ever. And I think that's why, I'm so defensive minded, was because of my experience in SEC. So they both have their differences, but very competitive.
And because of your defense, like just who you are, like your mentality on the floor just gave us a different edge. Like night in and night out, coach was able to put you on their best player and you were able to shut them down. And it just gave us that much more of an advantage on the court. Like you would pick up the ball full court and just bother people. Like you were able to get in them, throw them off so much that they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what set to run. Um, I don't know. You just gave us a different kind of edge, and it just made us that much better on the floor. Um,
You got one?
yeah, there's a bunch of questions now. Um,
Oh, oh AD was good.
How do you
Shep,
guys get mentally locked into the game? Huh?
well, we said the same question. Go ahead.
Oh. um. First and foremost,
It's
I
different.
yeah,
You're a headphones person.
yeah.
Look out the window. We're
Look
all
out,
different.
go get ready. But in the morning time, like if it's a Sunday game or actually every game, I read my devotional that morning. I give praise to the Most High because without Him, I'm nothing. And then from there, eat a good meal, whether it's our pregame meal or a breakfast or whatever it is. We'll have shoot around, make sure I'm locked in there, get my extra shots in at the end, then take a shower, try to take a nap before the game, and then from then on, I'm listening to music until the game starts, and then listening to what coach has to say, reading over my scout, making sure I'm good with that. But everybody does have a different process, but I'm just refreshing my brain, just trying to make sure I'm all the way there before the game starts.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm more of a I can't sleep. Like I get real like I don't even know. I
You
can't
said I
sleep game. So like I'm a coffee person. I read my devotion like Shepp does. I don't watch basketball or look at my scout before. I try to relax my brain in that aspect. But I go to Joe's, which is one of the best spots in Blacksburg. I get more breakfast than we ate before the game. And I just try to do everything that's like not basketball, but still relaxing. I take a shower before the game. Um, and then, yeah, me and Shep will come early, get up shots, and yeah.
sometimes actually Taj and myself would have a workout before
Yeah,
um
yeah, yeah.
around just to get the sweat going, to get our movements right. And that's another thing. Like I really would say that our coaches treat us like we're professional athletes already. Like
100%.
the way we work out, the way we practice, the way we play, our recovery after the games, like our days off. I really think that they prepare us for that next level, regardless if that's something you want to do or not. You'll already be prepared for it. Um,
100%. Yeah.
and also, Taj likes to listen to or watch. Was it OBJ?
OBJ,
That
that's the
was your
man.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that one time I was your roommate. You were listening to that, and
Hmm.
that actually made me want to start listening to it and watching it.
Yes, sir.
She wasn't like she had it on, like she was just getting ready for the game or whatever, but she was just listening to it, and it just put me in a different type of vibe. Like, huh,
Yeah.
like I wasn't. It wasn't basketball. It was football. So it took my mind away from the game for a little bit. So it did feel good actually. But why do you listen to OBJ? Like, what does that do for you before the game?
So what I actually be listening to is the NFL players mic'd up. So like they play their games and they have a microphone on them sometimes. So I listen to OBJ mic'd up sometimes, Russell Westbrook, Patrick Mahomes. Wait, I said Russell Westbrook, not Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like, those guys, they're like tremendous leaders, and just to hear them like before the game, their team, and during the game, just getting their teammates fired up, getting themselves fired up, how they prepare before the game. Those are some of the things that I look up to, and some of the things that get us fired up. So I like to listen to good positive vibes before the game, and then play.
Yeah. Um, TC
Let's
got practice soon, so we're gonna hit a few more
yeah,
questions and wrap this up soon.
let's do like one more.
Okay. Freshman, how do you make them feel part of the team?
I can answer this one.
That-
Um, What's the biggest difference you notice between being a student athlete and a professional athlete? Well, I can just tell y'all, like, I was in practice. So right now we have 2 a days. I practice in the morning at like 8:15. We lift, and then we have like a cool down, and then it's like little individual work. But none of it is like full speed. Like when we're in practice, we all like Americans. We practice. What? Not even Americans. Just collegiate athletes. We practice how we play. We do everything full speed, hard cuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Here they like I look like a fool going full speed because I'm with these pros and they're like, we do that in the game. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're not going full speed right now. So like they pros really take care of their body. I've been drinking water like no other. Like this water right here. Um, this is the water they give us, and like I mean, you can see how big it is. Like I take down a lot of these all day, every day. So I think pros they just really know what the body needs, and they really reserve the body and really listen to the body. I think as a collegiate athlete over my years, like I knew I was sore, I knew I was hurting, but I still pushed through it,
Right.
and that might have caused certain little injuries over my career, or that might have resulted in me not having a good practice the next day. So I think that the trainers that we have here and just like the pro athletes, like they know how to reserve their body, and um, it's kind of bad because we work so hard in college in practice preparing hard for the game, but once you become a pro, like you just kind of go through the motions, and then when it's time to play, you go all out and you play.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's real talk. Um, I just want to thank everybody for hopping on to this this collaboration between PG and myself. We love you guys and we appreciate everybody being on here. Taj, you got anything you want to say to the people?
Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you took something from this conversation. We touched on a lot of good things. I hope you guys are still figuring out how you're going to watch Hokies women's basketball online this year. Get your tickets. I'm just really excited to be, now a spectator. And I really think that anybody that, is being recruited by Virginia Tech, you have my say that this is really a good place to be. We wouldn't just be on here talking and making all of this stuff up. We don't like wasting time like that. So, Virginia Tech has been good to us, and I love all of you guys. Love you, Shepp. Thank you for doing this today, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, see y'all. Have a good practice and a great season, TC.
All right.
All right, see y'all.